The premise is extremely simple. I am in Bedrock hardcore mode, and I have to beat the game. Can I do it? Is it possible to beat this buggy game in hardcore mode? Today, that's what I'm gonna find out. As always, my first step is just to get a tree. As with every challenge, I started this challenge by getting some wood, and making a crafting table, and a pickaxe, mining up some stone, and making a couple of tools. Then it was time for me to think of my strategy. Alright, so there's this tree right here, this azalea, and that means there's a lush cave underneath my feet. So I'm gonna go down there and see if I can get some iron so I can make armor, tools, and anything else I might need before I go to the nether. Although the #1 rule of Minecraft is never dig straight down, I did exactly that. Well, this is certainly a cave. And I see iron over there, right behind me. So I'll probably just go get some iron and... Okay, that's not good. That's not good. I don't know how to get out of this. Oh, iron. Nice. In fact, if I smelt this iron, I'll be able to make a shield. And that's exactly what I did. With my shield in hand, I fought off the skeleton and made my way into the deeper cave. Once there, I mined up some iron, smelted it, and made a pickaxe so I could mine up gold. I also had a couple of run-ins with mobs, but I wasn't too worried because at this point I had a shield, and with a shield you can basically stop any attack. So the problem I'm seeing right now is just the fact that I don't have any food. After mining up even more ores, I finally tackled the food problem. And I had an idea for this. Bones from skeletons can be used to create bone meal. And bone meal, well, no, I don't know for certain, but... oh, this could be beautiful. Look at that. 11 glowberries. With my food situation sorted for now, I went around mining up even more ores, including diamonds and gold and a lot more iron. After I'd gotten a lot of ores, I set to smelting them, which meant I locked myself in a tiny hole and smelted my ores. Alright, now that I've gotten a lot of ores and I'm smelting them, I think I'm just gonna make some armor and essential tools and I'll go back up to the surface. Looks like I have company. Why do they both have armor and I'm still naked?
Good grief, he's naked!
Haha, dropped some armor, did ya? When all of my ores were done smelting, I made myself a chestplate out of iron this time and picked up some boots that the zombie dropped. Then I made my way back up to the surface because I wasn't staying in that cave for a second longer. Oh my goodness, I didn't know if I'd survive. Ow. Okay, so my next step is to find a village and then find another cave. Because I've got everything I need right now to go to the nether, including a pretty decent amount of gold. So I've got to find a village, and then I've got to find the rest of my materials, and then it's nether time. I set out to find a village, and on the way I found a lot of animals, and I killed them for food. Because I myself am an animal, and I must eat. I smelted up all my food and my remaining ores, and I made full iron armor and a diamond pickaxe, just in case I had to mine some obsidian. Then I set about to find a village, and instead of finding a village, I found a mountain, where I found coal and iron. That iron, of course, would be very helpful, but I needed the village, which I found shortly after. Please have something good. Please have something good. 2 diamonds. Oh, that is good. And another apple. Just in case. I turned the lava outside the blacksmith to obsidian and mined it up with my diamond pickaxe. And then I mined up every single piece of hay in this village. The villagers will starve and they will have to deal with it as well. I wanted to sell it to the farmer, but I couldn't find a farmer who bought wheat, so I made a fletching table instead. I know, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so with this flint right here, I can make a fletching table, and that means I'll be able to get arrows and a bow and basically everything that I'm going to need in order to beat this game. Aside from, you know, pearls and rods. So basically everything I need to go to the nether. I mined up a bunch of wood, making it into sticks and trading the sticks for emeralds and the emeralds for a bow and some arrows, as I usually do. Then I found something I wasn't expecting, a ruined portal. Not just ruined, but it looks completable. Well, now that we can go to the nether with a bit more gold and flint, let me just mine this up. And now I can light this portal and go on through to the nether. Let's just hope I'm not going to die immediately. First, I need to find some piglins, and then I need to find a... Let's get to it. I mined up my portal just so I could get out of the nether whenever I actually needed to, and after fighting off a couple of ghasts, I traded all of my gold away to piglins. And they gave me nothing. I mean it, they gave me absolutely nothing good in return. I was devastated. Not a single item I need in the slightest. Are you serious? After the major letdown of piglin trades, I went around the nether mining up gold, killing endermen, and overall exploring. I found a warped forest, which should have been a great place to get ender pearls, but for some reason I just wasn't getting a lot of pearls, and even though I mined up gold, I couldn't get any fire res. But eventually I did find a fortress. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to take out those blazes without dying, but I guess I'll figure it out. Well, either I'll figure it out, or I'll die. So, either way, it's not my problem. With that, I made my way to the fortress, only stopping to mine up some gold and turn all of my nuggets into ingots. And then I killed one enderman because it was bothering me and it didn't even drop a pearl. And then I went into the fortress. Oh my gosh. I forgot how terrifying that is. Wow. I went up to the top of the fortress, and I got extremely lucky because I spied a piglin and I traded away all my gold to it. And I got fire res from that one piglin. If I hadn't spotted it, I would never have even gotten the fire res. The fortress itself was actually very easy to navigate, and blazes spawn like 10 times more on Bedrock Edition, so you don't really even need the spawner. And before long, I was almost ready to leave the fortress. I only need a couple more rods, and then I'll be perfectly okay with leaving. I've got 6 so far, and I haven't even needed to use my fire res. In fact, I didn't need to use my fire res for the entire fortress, and after I got 8 rods, I was ready to leave, but I ended up getting 10 just because the blazes wouldn't leave me alone. Then I left the fortress, and I ran back to where I had been to formulate a new plan. Alright, now as I hide in this hole, I have enough rods to leave the nether right now. I could probably just trade with villagers to get the ender pearls I need, but that would also take a long time, and I don't want it to take a long time. Determined, I made my way over to the warped forest in an attempt to get at least some pearls. But while on Java Edition, it's actually very easy to get pearls, on Bedrock, it's super hard to ever get the enderman to stand still long enough to actually harvest its balls, so there would be no ball harvest today, but there would be a lot of escaping death by the skin of my teeth, and I do mean a lot of it. It seems like every single mob in the nether was out to get me. Okay, this is getting me nowhere. I have almost died so many times. If I can't get 8 pearls, I'll just have to accept it. This ain't worth it. This ain't worth it, everyone. And the truth was, it just was not worth it at all. I could only get 4 pearls, and by the time I finally gave up, I was ready to be done with this entire challenge. That's it. I'm going to the overworld and I'm trading with villagers for pearls. I can't do this anymore. So I built my portal and I left the nether. I spawned in a cave, went to sleep, and then dug my way up to the surface, because nothing can hurt you there, right? Oh my gosh! The entire world's out to get me. After that close encounter, I found a ruined portal, and then I found a taiga village, and then I found a much better village, aka a plains village. Found another village. If it doesn't have a brewing stand, I could literally just make one to get a cleric in here, so yeah, I'm gonna sleep and then I'm gonna get to emeralds. Oh! It's a cleric. Right. I've still gotta level you up. Scratch that, I'm gonna need like 100 emeralds. For the next 45 minutes, I mined down every single tree, log, and house I could find in order to get all the emeralds I was going to need. I made 3 different fletching tables, and I found the brewing stand, but sadly, the brewing stand no longer had an owner, so even after getting every single emerald that I thought I was gonna need, I still had to go to another village just to get a cleric. And sadly, even though I thought that I had enough emeralds, it turns out I didn't have enough emeralds to get 16 pearls. So I had to do more chopping and more trading, and by the time I was done with that, it was finally time to go track down the stronghold and beat the game. And now I have everything I need to go track down that stronghold. Oh my gosh, that took a very long time. Throw the eye. It's going that way now, which means I'm going that way too. Let's go track down this stronghold. Finally, I had reached the part of the journey where I got to track down the stronghold, throwing eyes, exploring, finding a desert temple, and golden apples, and eventually triangulating exactly where the stronghold was. So I'm pretty sure the stronghold is right around here. Right around here. Yeah. It's right here. You know what that means. Time to dig our way down and go defeat the Ender Dragon. Wow, this has been a journey. How are you a plains villager? And you? I'm just gonna dig down. Stronghold. I found it. Despite finding the stronghold, it still took me a while to find the portal room, and I had to open a lot of chests and fight off a lot of mobs before I eventually found it, which meant there was only one thing left to do before I could go to the end and beat the Ender Dragon. Oh. Alright then. And that means it's time to make a diamond chestplate. After making a diamond chestplate and clearing my inventory, it was finally time, for real. And now, for the first time ever, I am very close to beating Bedrock Hardcore mode. Only one thing left to do. Let's go to the end. Alright, Ender Dragon. Same as always. The only difference is that we're on Bedrock Edition. Let's start taking out these towers. Oh no. Did I really have to get one mad at me already? At least if I run around, it's just gonna stop being mad. That's one good thing about Bedrock Edition. Might as well just pop a gapple. Okay, good. No one's mad at me. First time in my entire life. In fact, I don't even know if I need to take out the towers. I tried this once, and turns out you actually might not need to take out the towers on Bedrock Edition. It perches so often that you can just kill it. Healing, but it's just not because it perches so often. Dragon is below half health. Still healing though. Die, dragon. So close. Yet so far. Is this it? Please. Please. Oh my gosh, I've done it. I've defeated Bedrock Hardcore mode. Everyone, I have done it. Bedrock Hardcore mode is defeated. Now, I just need to get the dragon egg. And my hypothesis was actually correct. You don't need to take out every tower in Bedrock Edition to beat the Ender Dragon. So with the dragon egg and 50 levels, I say farewell all. I defeated Bedrock Hardcore mode. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.